Martinez, he's got it! A century of strikes for Atlanta United's Joseph Martinez.
Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to Miami Total Football. We're here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, where Inter Miami has suffered another setback in its playoff push. The team suffered its third straight defeat via a 1-0 loss to Atlanta United. The goal that made the difference was a penalty kick from Joseph Martinez in the 78th minute after Leandro Gonzalez-Pirez handball was called, and that was enough for Atlanta United to beat Inter Miami and leave the team on 32 points with 8 games left to play in the year. And obviously there's much work to do to rebound and try to get back into the picture for the postseason.
Well, we have to bounce back quickly because that was a tough one to take, to be honest. I think you're right. It was an improved performance from the last game. Still, I think there's a lot of more that we can do.
Now, diving into the game a little bit more and analyzing the performance, Inter Miami from a defensive standpoint got back to or closer to the level it was at before the recent 2 blowouts to Nashville SC and the New York Red Bulls. The team showed more of a commitment, was better organized, although they still gave up some pretty good looks in the first half that Atlanta United just did not put away. Joseph Martinez and Ezequiel Barco both missed glorious opportunities in front of net that you would expect them to put away. But by and large, the defense was a step in the right direction or much improved from what it had been. And obviously, people are going to point the finger at the defense after giving up a penalty kick via a handball. But for me, it's not on the defense. I think, and I've said this for most of the season, the attack, for me, in my opinion, is the biggest issue with this team. Right now, the team has scored 25 goals to date. That is the lowest output, the lowest production in MLS right now, not even just in the Eastern Conference, in all of MLS right now, including expansion team Austin FC. The team was held without a shot on target in this one, and it has scored just 1 goal in the last 3 matches. So the attack has to be addressed. Phil Neville said after the game they need a little bit more ruthlessness in the final third because he thought that they created a decent amount of chances, which they did, but again, none on target, so that's definitely an area that needs improvement.
That's what probably has been our downfall a lot this season in terms of that ruthlessness in the final third, the clinicalness of sticking it in the back of the net. And ultimately that probably cost us because we probably could have been going in at half-time 1 or 2-0 up, which would have obviously been a totally different game.
Now, what's a potential solution for the attack, which has been so anemic this year? Well, for me, in my opinion, I think Inter Miami is going to have to really consider taking more chances, throwing more numbers forward, and taking more risks, and living with the results, because right now the attack's just not getting it done. They had a good look from Robbie Robinson in this one, but he was not able to put it away. But there's still too few chances like that for the team on the whole, on opportunities that you would expect them to finish and put away. And given where they are in the standings, given that they have to make up that room and they have to win games, they're going to need to score goals. I don't think just being defensively solid and trying to pluck one at the other end is going to work for this team. So I think taking chances, throwing more numbers forward, and living with the results is what the team should do going forward. There's only 8 games left in the season, and Inter Miami has to make up that room. So it might be a bit of a tough ask or a tough challenge for Inter Miami to flip the switch and try to become more offensively threatening. But again, in my opinion, I don't think just playing this way is going to be enough because they have to make up the ground. So that's something Phil Neville and the team will surely take a closer look at in the coming days ahead of the next game against the Portland Timbers and beyond.
Yeah, I agree, to be honest. I think with, like I said, we're running out of games, so we have to change something if time is against us. It's as simple as that.
One other thing I'd like to touch on in this one was that Rodolfo Pizarro played like a central midfielder, whereas Gonzalo Higuain played more like a 10, and Robbie Robinson was in front of him to help stretch the defense with his runs in behind, and Gonzalo Higuain playmaking. Rodolfo Pizarro dropped into more of a number 8 type of role, and he helped pick up the ball there and make passes and connect attacking sequences. It worked at times, and it looked good at times, but not so much in other ones. But I think this is a position that he could play for much of the rest of the season because I think it better suits his skill set. Phil Neville said he was impressed with what he saw from Pizarro after the game. He even said this was probably Pizarro's best performance of the year. So we might be seeing more of that from the Mexican international in the final stretch of this season. But of course, they need to get him going as well as the attack because, again, the team needs goals to win games and to make up the points in the Eastern Conference. But that about does it for now. What did you think of Inter Miami's 1-0 loss to Atlanta United here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium? Do you agree with me that the attack is the most concerning part about the team, or do you still think the defense or the midfield is more of an issue for Inter Miami? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know what you thought about Rodolfo Pizarro playing as a central midfielder, or more like a central midfielder in this one, as well as Gonzalo Higuain playing as the 10 with Robbie Robinson ahead. And let me know if you think Inter Miami is going to make the playoffs at this point. 8 games left in the year. Do you think Inter Miami has a realistic chance to make up that ground and make a push for that final or one of those last playoff spots? Again, let me know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am Franco Panizo. This is Miami Total Football, and we'll be back very, very soon to preview the next game against the Portland Timbers and review this match. So we'll see you guys again very, very soon.